After today, you don't even gotta see my face ever again. As I say go. After that, I'm basically
a ghost.
Yeah, a ghost.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4, Episode 10, the series finale. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And how did y'all feel about the final episode of Power Book 2 Ghost? It is a bittersweet moment, but come on. We know Power never ends. We already know it's going to be another show announced soon, in my opinion. And based on how it ended with Tariq, it definitely seems like he could be hooking up with your boy, Tommy Egan. I'm hoping that was Tommy on that phone. Y'all let me know who y'all think it is. We know Tommy, he got issues back in Chicago. And trust me, he could use Tariq's help. You know what I'm saying? Tommy gonna need all the help that he can get, especially based off the way that last season ended. But man, this was an okay episode. I did enjoy episode 9 better. Some people like this episode more. I mean, it is what it is. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. But I felt like in this episode, everything, or at least most of the things, was handed right to your boy Tariq. And it did not take them a lot of time to neutralize certain things. I mean, getting that intel on Detective Don Carter, from your boy Drew, pulling his Splinter Cell moves. Your boy Kane, I mean, he disappeared out of nowhere, right? I mean, one of you guys call him Nightcrawler. I mean, it seemed like he pulled a Goku move. Instant transmission. That boy got the hell up out of there. We had Diana thinking she's at the head of the table. She's the new Monet. And then Detective Don Carter. That boy thought he was Denzel for real. He thought this was training day. Like, really? You ain't Denzel. Know what I'm saying? And you taking a major L. But Don Carter, he end up surviving. And since he did survive, that means he will be a major problem. And I guess in the next chapter, or if they want to use him or whatever. I just wanted Rashad O'Dall Tate to take him out. I wanted O'Dall to pop back up. We really only saw this guy in one episode. 2-Bit didn't show up. I mean, damn. And of course, the fan theory of ghosts popping up, I already told y'all, that was not happening at all. All those years of all those theories, it still did not come true in this episode. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's coming true in whatever chapter we get next. But your boy Tariq, he did end up winning when it was all said and done. He finally had, a good ending to the season. And as I told you guys, I believe most likely he was on the phone with Tommy. I hope so. I've been wanting to see like a major crossover between Force and Ghost. So hopefully we see that next. But we also know your girl Noma, she got dropped off. We are officially smoking on that Noma pack. And of course, Anya Covington, we smoking on her as well. I mean, it is what it is. Diana said, you know what? No loose ends. You got to feel the same pain we feeling. I mean, she was turning up to the max. But my favorite part of the episode was when Kane took out Noma. I mean, we knew she had to go. And she met her fate in this episode. But the crazy thing is, Tariq has decided to work with her brother. And I think they're setting this up because Noma's father, he could be a key character in a future show. But we'll see soon enough. But let's begin this recap. As I told you guys, I'm going to try to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, let me know down below. So what did we see in episode 10, the series finale titled Ghost in the Machine? Now the episode starts out with the aftermath of losing Monet Tejada. Of course, Drew, Kane, and Diana, they're in their feelings. They're very emotional. This is a sad time for them. They're not giving up any names at all. We know Nico, he is there asking questions, and they ain't giving them nothing, right? So now they have the plot and plan on the way to take down Noma. She gotta go. That is the game plan for the episode. They want her up out of here. And Kane, he is going through it. He was right there when his mom's got taken out. She risked her life to save her kids. And now they got to take Noma out to avenge her. Now, we get to your boy Davis MacLean. He tells Tariq, like, look, in order to take down Detective Don Carter, you got to get some dirt on him. He has dirt on you, but look, he's a dirty cop. He got to have something that he's hiding. So Tariq comes up with a game plan in order to get some intel from him. They want to go to a spot and, delete this video of Brayden and Tariq taking out Zion. So Tariq sends Effie and Brayden to get that intel. Now, the Tejadas, they pissed off. They're going back and forth on whose fault it is. We know Kane, he's upset. He's telling them, like, look, every time y'all plot and plan without me, things do not end well. We know Drew was telling Kane, look, Monet, she died because of you. She risked her life. She went in there trying to save you. And now look what happened. Kane, he cannot really say anything back. He is just trying to come up with a game plan to eliminate Noma. That is the goal for the episode. So it's no time to be going back and forth with family. And that's what Diana is telling them. She's like, look, Mom would not want us arguing. We got to take down Noma at all costs. Now in this scene, your boy Kane was talking about, man, Mom warned me about Noma and all this stuff. It's like they pick and choose when they want to make Kane smart. Like, really? Everybody knows that Noma cannot be trusted at all. So I don't know why Kane thought he can be with her and everything will be all good. Like, come on. I mean, this is the same guy that protected his moms because he knew that Monet stole shipment, but he did not let Noma know, right? He wanted to protect his moms because he knew that Noma was crazy as hell and that she would try to take out his moms. So like I told you guys, they pick and choose when they want to make Kane smart and do certain things, but it is what it is. Now, Effie is able to find the video of Brayden and Tariq taking out Zion. She also was able to find intel on Don Carter, on Kamal Tate's case, and she understands that it's not the truth. She understands that the Russians did not take out Kamal Tate because she was there during that whole, raid or whatever, right? And all the Russians, they were smoked. So Effie already know what time it is. She's like, man, they're probably trying to cover up something, but they need to prove that Carter was the one that did this. I mean, he did sign off on all these cases, so it makes all the sense in the world that he is covering this up. And they also have to go to the police station to delete that video on the computers there because the one at his house is only read only. So now they have to come up with a great game plan in order to get the job done. But we know Tariq, he's going to send Drew to do that. Now we know Tariq was able to get the crime scene report from Davis MacLean. And of course, the ballistics in that report and matches the gun that was used to take out Kamal Tate, right? And they traced everything back to all the other officer involved shootings where Detective Don Carter pulled the trigger. So they know he did it and he is trying to cover it up. Tariq tells him, like, look, just let us go, leave us alone, delete that video and just forget this ever happened, right? So of course, Detective Don Carter is going to agree to doing this, but we also know he's going to try to plot and plan to get back at Tariq by trying to, mess with the evidence once again later on in the episode. But I was really hoping that Rashad Tate could get this intel. That way he can take down Detective Don Carter. But then again, maybe he will still have a chance in a future, chapter. Now, we get to Noma, her brother. We know Noma, she's trying to get the hell up out of there. Her brother's not really feeling all of her moves. I mean, people getting dropped off is very messy, and he's not feeling everything that she's doing. But Noma doesn't really care what he's talking about. Meanwhile, Anya Covington is very upset because she has to leave. She's like, look, I don't want to go to Nigeria at all. My life is here. And she's not feeling all the moves that her mom is making. She knows her mom has been lying to her straight to her face about her pops, the business. And of course, we know Noma finally tells her the truth. Like, look, yes, she is a drug dealer. This is the lifestyle, whatever. And she pretty much admits to taking out her pops. Anya Covington was very pissed off about that one, right? But Noma, she's like, look, you're going to do what I tell you to do, or I'm going to drag you up out of here. So your girl Noma, she is on one. She already know what time it is. She knows her life is in danger, so she wants to protect herself at all costs, as well as her daughter's life. But it doesn't really matter because they both getting dropped off. Now, Kane is still feeling that pain from losing his moms, right? Meanwhile, Diana tells him, look, Bronze is here. They found Noma, and now it is time to ride on her and get her up out of here. So they end up teaming up. Your boy Little Dirk, he drops off some people. I mean, they ain't playing around. And they're able to get Anya Covington. That way they have leverage over Noma. And we know Noma, she was pissed off. She wants to find her daughter at all costs. and she understands that she messed up. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, her brother is telling her, we got to get you to safety. We got to get you the hell up out of here. Noma, she don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? She wants to find her daughter. She is very stressed out and scared. Now, they need Anya Covington to give up Noma's location, but she's not doing it. So Tariq tells them, look, I can help y'all with that, but I need y'all to help me deleting Detective Don Carter's, video at the police station. And we know Drew, he steps up and he's going to be the one that's going to try to go and do this. Now, Tariq, he is able to get Anya to come with him. He made it seem like he was saving her. He told her that he worked for Noma or whatever. And he was telling her, like, look, you ain't got to be like your moms or whatever. You can have a different lifestyle. Anya tells him, look, I'm not going to be like my moms and I'm not going to be like you. And as she gets out the car, she's walking to her mom's. Out of nowhere, your girl Diana, she pops up and she shoots Anya Covington, drops her off. She's like, look, Noma, you going to feel that same pain that we feeling from losing our moms. And we know Noma, she was going through it. Damn. It's sad to what happened to Anya, but Noma, she can't blame nobody but herself. I mean, you should have done better. You know what I'm saying? You should have made better decisions, but now your daughter is up out of here. Now, we get to Nico and Drew. We know Drew has to go to the police station in order to delete this Zion video. And somehow, some way, Drew was able to get to his office with no one watching him. I mean, it's so convenient for him with nobody on him while he's doing this. And this is what I'm talking about. Way too easy to get stuff like this. Like, come on. Meanwhile, Detective Don Carter, he's in the evidence room tampering with evidence or whatever. And he's trying to make sure that this Kamal Tate stuff does not come back on him. Meanwhile, we see Nico. He understands that Detective Don Carter is back there doing something. And we know he ended up giving that bullet to Tariq later on in the episode. That way Tariq could have leverage over Detective Don Carter. And then, of course, Don Carter is having a conversation with Drew. Drew was able to get the video deleted. And Drew was telling him, like, look, I know you helped Noma as far as setting up my moms or whatever, but I'm here to work something out. We can be good. As long as you give me Noma's location, I'll take her out. Don Carter tells him, you take out Tariq to prove your loyalty, and then I'll give you that intel on Noma, right? Now, Tariq is upset with Diana for taking down Anya, but Diana don't care. She catching bodies out here. At the same time, Noma took out her mom, so she getting revenge at all costs. Meanwhile, Kane doesn't really give a damn because he wants Noma dead. Plain and simple. That's all he cares about. Now, Tariq, he still needs to neutralize Detective Don Carter, and he tells Drew, look, I need you to set up a meeting with Nico. And Drew tells him, well, Detective Don Carter, he wants me to take you out to prove my loyalty, and they're going to use that as an advantage to take down Detective Don Carter. Meanwhile, your girl Effie, she said, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired of, doing all this stuff, creating all these new enemies, these crazy missions. She can't take it no more, so she's up out of there. Now, Nico goes to Don Carter, tells him that Drew, he followed through with the game plan. He has Tariq, and basically he's setting it up for Don Carter to take the final shot on him. So now Carter is like, okay, bet. He's finally getting what he wants. He believes he has everything under control, right? Now, once Carter gets there, he realizes that it's a setup and Drew played him. And Tariq is telling him, like, look, you're going to do what we want you to do, or the intel about Kamal Tate's death is going to get out and you're screwed. Don Carter is telling them, like, look, I got the bullet, so it doesn't really matter. I got it all in my favor. Hey, he had me cracking up. He told Braden to shut up before he slaps the hell out of him, right? Now, Braden pulls out the bullet, and Detective Don Carter, he was pissed off. He could not believe it at all. Tariq tells him, like, look, if you put this all on Nico, they can be good, and they can give him that evidence that he got on Kamal Tate, and everything will be okay. They're trying to get him to flip. And Detective Don Carter, that's exactly what he does. You know what I'm saying? He says, look, I will give you Nico. And then Nico pops up, and Detective Don Carter, he was pissed off. He was upset. Tariq tells him, look, you're done for. Nico tells him he knew he couldn't trust him and that he set up Tate. He played Felicia, and basically he went against the code, and he wasn't going for that. Now, Don Carter, he is putting everything together. He's like, man, you saying I went against the code, but how the hell did they get that bullet? So he understands that Nico gave Tariq that bullet and he's pretty much just screwed for it. But Nico, he's like, look, I'm not about to get screwed by you. We saw what Detective Don Carter did to Kamal Tate. We saw how he covered everything up with Felicia. So Nico is just feeling like he needs to make his move before he is screwed over, which he would have been screwed over. Now, we know he is arrested and he's going down for taking out Kamal Tate. And it's just a matter of time before your boy Rashad Old Dog Tate finds out. And I cannot wait to see if we end up getting a conclusion to that in a future show. But Don Carter's telling them, like, look, this is not the last time you're going to see me. And that boy, he thought he was Denzel out there. He really thought this was training day. Like, no, you ain't no damn Denzel. Like, get over it. You're done for. But I still think he will be a problem. They're going to save this, Michael Ealy character for the future. And he's going to cause hell. Trust me. I know he's locked up. I know Drew was saying, it's better that he is locked up than being dead. And that any evidence that he had on them, it is useless, right? Because he's a dirty cop. You can't trust him and he's done for. But I still believe Detective Don Carter will be a problem. And this is one of the reasons why I believe Kane was worried about him still breathing. Now, they still have to find Noma. Kane says, you know what? We can bring her to us. And Kane tells them anytime somebody books Noma's jet, she gets a notification. So the plan is to book a flight and basically just wait there for her and take her out. So it's just going to be the Tejadas, which I think is very risky because you don't know who all coming. But Kane believes since it's one way in, they will have the advantage. Now, Noma's brother, he ain't having it. He's like, look, this is a setup. Noma got that notification. She wants to go there. She wants to turn up. But her brother is like, nah, I'm leaving. Know what I'm saying? I'm not going there. I'm not being taken out. We already lost entirely too many people. And he's taking all the soldiers with him. Noma is pissed off. She can't believe it, but she will continue to go through with it because she wants them up out of here. Now, we get back to the Tejadas. This was a sad moment. It really did seem like your boy Kane could be up out of here. They're waiting for Noma. And once they saw the boys, they already knew this was not going to go as planned. Now, Kane did tell them that he is proud to be their brother and just to listen and don't get shot. He's going to take the fall. He is going to do what he got to do to take down Noma. So Drew and Diana, they pretty much just surrender. And while they're surrendering, your girl Noma, she thinks everything is good. She thinks that she's gotten away, right? But no, Kane pops up out of nowhere and tells her, like, look, we still got to finish that dance. And Noma was talking about we could have had everything and all that. Well, Kane don't give a damn about any of that. He lost his everything, which was his mom's, right? And then he pops Noma straight in the dome, drops her off. This was my favorite part of the episode. I mean, she had to go. We knew it was going to happen eventually. I'm just glad that your boy Kane was the person that did this. Now, right after that, the boys did get the shooting. Kane is trying to get away. Next thing we know, he gets shot twice. And then he falls. And then we see the blood. But guess what? Kane is nowhere to be seen. That boy straight up disappeared. I told you, he pulled a Goku instant transmission. One of you guys said that he turned into Nightcrawler. Well, y'all know they is trying to be like the Marvel Universe, so I would not be surprised if that boy Kane turned into Doctor Strange and pulled out a sling ring, and next thing we know, a portal opened up and he got the hell up out of there. I mean, come on, it is Power Book 2 Ghosts. Anything could happen. But Kane, he escaped. They didn't chase him at all. This scene to me definitely was unrealistic. They would have caught Kane for real. Kane, he would have been smoked. Easy, but that's just me. Now we find out that Noma turned informant to save herself, and she was going to use the Tejadas as scapegoats, right? But that did not play out the way she thought it was. Now we know Perla, she is there as well, and she's talking about how Drew and Diana are innocent, and they was just defending themselves against Noma at that hangar. Now Davis tells them, like, look, y'all wanted the big fish. The big fish is Noma. Y'all need y'all careers to be back on the, on a good track. So how about we put this all on Noma, and the Tejadas, they will testify in order to basically be immune or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They will not face any type of charges. So they good. So we know Jenny and Blanca Rodriguez, they end up accepting this deal. They do ask about Tariq, but we know Davis tells them that Tariq had nothing to do with this. We know Blanca was talking about Agent Young. Well, Davis told her that traces back to Noma and her hitter, Obi. You know what I'm saying? And they have the paper trail to prove it. So they all good. They also asked about Kane, but Davis says, look, I have nothing to do with Kane Tejada. He is not my client, and they don't know where he is anyway. And then we know Davis MacLean tells them he also wants them to drop, the complaints on him. That way he can get his law license back. Now we get to your boy Kane. He is recovering. We see the gunshot wounds or whatever. Effie did get him some help, but Kane, he's a wanted man. He's all over TV or whatever, so he has to stay real low. He got to get the hell up out of here. Now Effie ends up giving him all the money that she saved or whatever, and pretty much she gonna be staying there, right? And she tells him she's gonna figure out a way to get it back. It's nothing to her. She was just looking out for him because Kane always looked out for her. Now Kane does thank her. We see the tears coming down his eyes, and he tells Effie he will pay her back. Now this was a sad scene. Your boy Kane, he has been through a lot. Now it's time for him to get the hell up out of there. The question is, will we see Kane once again in the Power universe? Now, Drew was like, look, once Mom's service is over, he getting the hell up out of here. He's going to do that fellowship in Paris. Diana's like, really? She could not believe it at all. She's thinking that they can restart or whatever. I'm thinking like, really? Like, come on, Diana. It is not the time to try to get back into the game. Drew, y'all know him. He be flip-flopping all the time. 1 minute is art, the next minute he wants to be in the game. But based off all the stuff that they've been through thus far, it makes all the sense in the world on why he would want to get out. Meanwhile, Diana, she's not going at all. I mean, she is very emotional. I mean, she's pretty much lost her family, right? She goes back to the dinner table and she is reminiscing on all the good times with the family, her moms. And now she says, you know what? Hell nah. She ain't going at all. Dirty Diana, it's time for her to be the queen pin. We can tell by the look on her face that she's not playing around. She is at the head of the table. As I told you guys, she thinks she Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? Bloodline 2.0. Acknowledge her, y'all. Anybody can get it. Colombiana, she is on one. And I can't wait to see what's next for her character. Your girl Diana, she definitely stepped up to the plate in this episode. I mean, I didn't want to see Anya Covington get dropped off, but trust me, I understand. You take out my moms, your whole family gotta go. So that's what Diana was on. And I'm expecting her to turn up once again when we see her. Hopefully we do. Now Tariq meets up with Tasha and he lets her know that she will be getting out witness protection. She is going to be good. Yasmin will be good as well. He's going to move them far away in order to protect them. They're going to have all the money that they need or whatever. But Tariq is not going to be with them. He's going to be in the game and he feels like having family around is too much of a risk. So he does not want to be around them at all. Of course, Tasha is upset, but it is what it is. Tariq is going to do what he wants to do. And apparently he believes this is the best way to make this move. So this could be one of the last times that we see Tasha's character for a while. Now we get back to your boy Tariq, Effie, and Brayden. They're all back at Stansfield once again, all working together. Effie, she will continue to run operations, at the schools. Brayden, he will continue to run operations at the fight clubs and of course those underground parties. But Tariq tells him like, look, you're not my partner no more. Know what I'm saying? You're going to be working for me. You're too much of a risk. You've been making a lot of mistakes and he cannot, mess around with any of that right now. Your boy Brayden was pissed off, but he does agree to do this. All this is going to do is make Brayden go out on his own and start his own operations. I can see that in the next chapter of this show. You already know Brayden is not going to go for that. They're going to continue to make parallels between the OG Power, just like with Tommy and Ghost. But man, hopefully your boy Brayden stay off that coke because he was straight up tripping this season. Now, Tariq decides to meet up with Noma's brother and he wants to take over the old operations. He tells him like, look, I can double the weight that Noma was moving. He already has his network set up so everything will be good. He also has Davis MacLean on his side. We know he ended up getting his law license back, so he is good. He will help oversee the money. And we also know that Nico, he's on board as well, as long as he gets his cut. And we know law enforcement, they would pretty much just look the other way, and he should be good with that as well. So it seems like Tariq has everything in line. Now we know Noma's brother wants to know, where would Tariq be? Tariq says nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He says no one will know where this product is coming. They won't know that they know each other. And after today, he does not have to worry about seeing Tariq's face ever again. So he tells him, look, the machine is ready to go as soon as he says. And we know he tells Tariq, like, man, so you basically moving like a ghost. And that's when Tariq says, yeah, like a ghost. So now he pretty much embraces being just like his pops. We know Ghost, this was how he was moving in the OG Power. It was very hard to trace him at all, the people that he was connected to. And now Tariq has used that blueprint for what he is doing right now on this show. Now we know Ghost, the way that he had everything set up, it was similar. But when Ghost wanted to get out, when he felt like it was too much of a risk, Ghost also had to eliminate everybody. We know we saw that in Power Season 2. We know Ghost was not able to eliminate everybody like Lobos and Kanan. And we know he suffered some consequences of eliminating, the Serbian, right? So we're going to see what Tariq is going to do as far as his game plan. He says he's better than Ghost. As of right now, Tariq has made a major move. This is the best that he's ended a season. So we're going to see what's next for his character. I do believe he will be a part of the next chapter. At the end credits, we do see Tariq on the phone having a conversation with somebody. Some people say they believe it could be Diana, but I'm hoping and praying that it is your boy Tommy Egan. He did say that we are family forever, and it seemed like this person was in trouble, and Tariq wanted to help out. Somebody is causing issues. The question is, what happened? We know Tommy got all types of issues in Chicago, and he needs a lot of help, right? So hopefully we get that major crossover episode. We know Power Book 4 for Season 3. It will be coming next year, and everybody wants to know what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be tuning in just to see that connection to this show, and we've all been waiting for that. So it could lead to the next potential, future spinoff, and I believe that's what's going to happen based off what we saw in this episode. I also want to know how Diana's going to feel about Tariq working with Noma's brother, seeing how he helped take out her mom. So I know she's going to be upset. I know Tariq wants to make sure that nobody knows how he's moving and who he's working for. But just like Ghost, people will find out, you know what I'm saying? But we know Ghost, he did a pretty good job as far as not having anything traced back to him. I mean, every time law enforcement thought they had something, it never traced back to your boy James St. Patrick at all, at least in those earlier seasons. But we know by like season 3 and 4, things definitely start coming back on Ghost. That's when Ghost started to make a lot of mistakes, had his fingerprints at the whole Greg Knox crime scene, and then it was a little bit more difficult for him to be moving. So we're going to see what your boy Tariq does as far as his journey goes. This season, we did see a lot of mistakes. The mistakes that Tariq made in this show, is no way that Ghost could have made those mistakes and not suffer any consequences. One thing about Power Book 2 Ghost is this: it does not seem like they suffer a lot of consequences at all for their sloppy actions. I mean, think about all those messy crime scenes with Tariq and Brayden. No mask on, no gloves on. Like, really? They're not getting caught for nothing? It makes no sense. Now, it still is some unanswered questions, some storylines that need some closure. I don't even know if we would ever get those closures to some of the storylines. Like Elle, what happened to her? Did she go and tell? Did she go run her mouth about Brayden? What about your boy 2-Bit? You know what I'm saying? We did not see anything about him. Rashad Tate, y'all know he got to pop up eventually. He got to get that revenge for his brother. And then Salim, no indication of his body ever being found by his parents. I mean, come on. We needed some type of closure with that storyline as well, but we did not get it. So we're going to see, what time it is as far as this next chapter of the show. Overall, it was a solid episode in my opinion, an okay episode. Tariq finally got a W at the end of the season, and it felt like he was really at the top, right? That's what he's thinking. But when you're at the top, everybody wants your spot, right? Even those that's close to you. So we're going to see what time it is as far as the next chapter. I do think Tariq will have issues with the people that's close to him, like Brayden. And of course, he's going to have issues with his enemies. Detective Don Carter, he ain't done yet. And of course, we will get introduced to new enemies, especially if Tariq does go to Chicago and help out his Uncle Tommy. All hell is about to break loose. And also, I forgot to mention, what do y'all think about Detective Don Carter telling Tariq that his unborn child would have been another degenerate criminal and that they pretty much saved the world from that? I mean, that boy is sick. Like, really? Like, you gonna say that to him? I mean, he knew that the baby was Tariq's and he was right. But Carter was definitely on one in this episode. Now, I want to thank you guys for supporting your boy for the past 4 years of this show. This was the first spinoff that we got in the Power Universe, and it ended on a high note. Now we gotta wait and see what's going to happen next. I cannot wait to start the next journey with you guys. And of course, we're going to get ready for Raising Kanan Season 4 coming this winter. But I still got some Power Book 2 Ghost videos for you guys, so stay tuned for that as well. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.
I hope you get everything you deserve, Ghost.
You know me. I always do.